Greetings. This is a solar watch, April 19, 2011. A sudden burst of solar winds has significantly affected our magnetosphere and produced a related solar disturbance that produced a K4 on the KP index. A very powerful 6.6 earthquake was felt south of the Kermadec Islands yesterday, or in the early morning hours New Zealand time. This earthquake occurred in the Kermadec Islands about 340 miles or 550 kilometres east-northeast of Auckland. There was no tsunami associated with this large earthquake. We're now looking at the seismograph drums with GeoNet. We get to see some significant activities continuing in Rail Island. This is very close to where the epicentre of the 6.6 earthquake was, south of the Kermadec Islands, and this shows you that there is still a fair amount of rumblings going on in the region. Now looking at the latest telemetry from ACE, we get to see a significant rise in solar winds from 320 km a second, ranging straight up to 440 km a second quite rapidly, and in and around this time frame the 6.6 earthquake was felt south of the Kermadec Islands. Here is a magnetosphere simulator. We can actually see a significant disturbance felt and recorded on this surface. A significant burst of solar winds and of very high density has pounded the Earth's magnetic field, and we actually see the effects coming up quite shortly. This is quite powerful. I'd like to thank Nibiru Magic for alerting me to this late yesterday. Now having a look at Signet Streamer, this is giving us a good look of these energies that are released from our Sun that are within our solar system. We can actually see a very strong and powerful coronal mass ejection heading towards Mars. But the most important aspect is perhaps this leading wave is the speed bump that we felt on our magnetosphere or magnetic field early yesterday. This is a fairly good tool. I will leave the link in the description box for anyone who's interested. We're now looking at the LASCO C2 from SOHO. We get to see a significant coronal mass ejection earthbound released on the 18th of April. We can actually see the burst right here. Now jumping to the SDO and the 304 angstrom, we get to see a significant feature on the solar corona that I haven't seen before. This is a magnetic filament that's stretching around a ring-like formation around a new sunspot region that will be named sometime tomorrow, and is producing a fair amount of activities, so there may be some significant solar flares in the coming days once this becomes more Earth-facing. We're now looking at the SDO composite. We get to see a significant coronal hole formation that has formed quite rapidly in the southern hemisphere, and it does seem to be around about 28 to 33 degrees south latitude, and there's a fair amount of mass being ejected from this coronal hole, so we may be seeing some effects from this in about 3 to 4 days' time. It does appear to be a fair amount of activities in and around this region, and I will be closely monitoring this in the coming days. And that's my solar watch for today, April 19, 2011. Thanks for watching.